Hello, everybody, and welcome back to At the Movies with William Fletcher. This week, I will just be doing part two of my of William's list. Sorry, I thought I had done more than one of these. I thought I had done two of these already, but apparently I haven't. I've only done one, and the last one I did was Quentin Tarantino's filmography, the ranked order of it. And so I should clarify. This is just I'm quickly getting this sorted. I've got an episode out today. So what my plan is, I've got two more episodes planned. So next week there won't be an episode on Monday. That will instead be what I watched this month for May edition. And that'll be out on Tuesday. I'll record it probably on that Monday and release it on Tuesday. And then the week after that, I've got an episode planned, like a regular episode, and I might be taking the next 2 weeks off also because I am in school and I've got exams and studying and stuff, so I don't know if I'll be able to record for 2 weeks. So I might not be able to get episodes out then, so there might be a couple weeks off. But that is all that is possible. But that is in the future, and so today, I'm going to be doing it. And this week, I've decided to, since at the end of this year, hopefully, we will be having Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man 3, No Way Home. I've decided to give my ranking on the Spider-Man films, and I was also rewatching Into the Spider-Verse earlier. I haven't finished it, but so this list could possibly change. But I was rewatching it earlier, and I thought, oh, what a good idea for this week's episode. So I'll just be going through the ranked order of the Spider-Man films, and just giving my opinions on each films. And some of these I will definitely cover at some point in the future because I like most of these films. So yeah, and this won't be a very long. This won't be a massively long one, but I figured I should get an episode out this week just for, you guys. So at the bottom of the list, I don't think and I should say this list could be considered a tad controversial. Um, so yeah, so at the bottom of the list, at number 8, there have been 8 Spider-Man films, 3 Tobey Maguires, 2 Andrew Garfield, 2 Tom Holland, and 1 Spider-Verse. So, at the bottom of the list, I don't think it's surprising to say that Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my least favorite of these 3. I have only seen it the one time several years ago, so it could get better or it also could get worse. It's not that great. It's very disappointing that Andrew Garfield didn't get a better luck with didn't have, better choices with his Spider-Man films. It's really not good. It's not a good film. It's like Spider-Man 3, but like worse and like not actually entertaining. It's not a good film. It's not. It's really. I think just everything doesn't work. None of the characters work. The villains are all poorly written, poorly acted. Just not good. It's just not a good film, and I don't think it's controversial to say that at number 7 I've got The Amazing Spider-Man, also directed by Mark Webb, starring Andrew Garfield. It is better though. I think. I feel. I think of the main actors who played Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield is by far the best actor of them all. But he's the weakest Spider-Man. Um, yeah, it's just not good. They're not good films, and it's really disappointing that Andrew Garfield didn't get better luck with his Spider-Man films. They're just not good. Well, I mean, the first Amazing Spider-Man's decent. It's not massively awful, to be honest. It just could have been so much more. It could have been so much better than it ended up being. But hopeful rumors. If the rumors are to be believed, we'll see Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man 3, which is entirely possible, and I would be all for that because I think it would be really nice. And I'm gonna quickly touch on the rumors for Spider-Verse 3, Spider-Man 3. There is, all the things of people who have been confirmed. for the film, like Alfred Molina, who played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, Jamie Foxx, who was Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Emma Stone, Kirsten Dunst, Tobey Maguire, all these people I would, I think I would be very interested in seeing that. And I think people who are bugging, people like Andrew Garfield, wondering if he's going to be in it. I don't know why they want that. Want to know that if he is in or not. That just people in general who want to know if these people are in it or not. Like, oh, are you in this film? It's like, why do you want that ruined for you? Like, I don't want that. You know, it seems really, really interesting that people just want spoilers. But anyway, that's at the bottom. The Amazing Spider-Man films. At number 6, Spider-Man 3. The weakest by far of the Raimi trilogy, although I do quite like it, and I haven't watched it in a long time. A lot of these I haven't watched in a while, so the rating could change completely. But I just think I like it primarily because of the memes. The memes are really good. But I like that the film is willing to have an evil, like a bad guy, basically, as like have the hero be not entirely likable. I think that's very interesting. I do think they go a bit far with it, but it's also really entertaining and there's some really fun stuff out of it. And hell, I have it as a 6 out of 10, but honestly, it could go up or it could go down depending on it depends entirely on a rewatch, which I will certainly do at some point. So number 5, we've got Spider-Man: Far From Home, which I think is pretty fun. It did at first. I might sort of. Oh, there might be some brief spoilers. Um, I felt at first the thing was Jake Gyllenhaal and his character, sort of the thing that's revealed about him. I was really, because it was very much portrayed in the trailers and stuff that he was a good guy rather. I was really hoping they wouldn't do that because Mysterio is a villain, and I think, like, I don't necessarily have a problem with changing of like stuff for interpretations, for different, if you make changes for an adaptation, that's fine. But I was worried that Jake Gyllenhaal wouldn't be the villain, and I was very glad to find that he was, and he's probably one of the best Spider-Man villains we've had. Just in general, I think he is really, really fun. Jake Gyllenhaal is just one of my favorite um, actors in general. Um, yeah, I just thought he was really fun. I do think though that Tom Holland isn't amazing as Spider-Man, no pun intended, but I don't think he's as great as some people think he is. I would put Tobey Maguire as my favorite Spider-Man because I just think I just think he's very good, and I think he's just very, very good. He's my favorite Spider-Man. But Tom Holland isn't bad per se. Um, and yeah, and I think also the comedy at times detracts from it, and I don't think that I think the film didn't need all the comedy that it has in it at times. So at number 4, we've got Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is mm, it's a yeah, I think it's really good. I think it's really well made on sort of every. I think it's really good. It's got a really good villain. It's the thing of MCU. This part of the sort of renaissance, I guess, of really good villains. Um, I think Michael Keaton is just a really good. Is a really good villain. I do think this is probably Tom Holland's best performance as Spider Man so far. I just think it's a really fun time. I just think the film is really, really fun, and there's a lot of really great stuff in it. Um, yeah, I just think it's really, really fun. Now we've got, again, this might be a tad controversial, because at number three, I've got Sam Raimi's 2002 Spider Man. I don't really care. It's really, really great. It's really fun. I watched it earlier this year in January, and it honestly is fantastic. I truly think it is it's a really, really fun film. I'm aware it is a somewhat stupid, and I totally get that. But honestly, I think that's why I love it so much. It's just a lot of fun to be had. Um, it's just a really just it's just really fun. Willem Dafoe is one of my favorite actors, and him and his performance in this film is phenomenal. He is so much fun, and he is having so much fun. And it's just really, really good, and it's just really fun. Tobey Maguire isn't the best. Well, he's probably my favorite Spider-Man, but he does have some flaws, and he's not as phenomenal as he would later become in this film. But I do think that he is a really it's just a really fun time. And if you haven't watched it in a while, you can honestly go back and watch it because it's really fun. I'm not talking massively about these because like I'm not I'm just not I just want to get an episode out for this week, and I'm sorry if it's not like the highest standard, but and then the recording isn't great, but it is just basically just an episode out for this week, and yeah. So then we've got at number two, Spider-Man 2, which is the best live-action Spider-Man film we have had to date. And I don't think it will ever be topped. Although Spider-Man 3 could possibly do that. Come on, Spider-Man 3 could possibly do that. But even then, I doubt it. I think this is like the peak of like fun superhero nonsense. Like this film is it is just so much fun. It's it is phenomenal on every level, from performances. I mean the scene in the scene in the nursery, like the sort of horror scene in when they're trying to operate on Doc Ock's arms, is one of the best scenes ever put to film in Spider-Man. It's phenomenal. It's really, really good, and it's really scary and really just cool as hell. It's great. It's phenomenal. I think this is probably Tobey Maguire's best performance as Spider-Man. I think Kirsten Dunst is the hate for Kirsten Dunst as MJ is, I think, unwarranted at times. I think she's very capable. I think this is James Franco's best performance in a Spider-Man film. I would say that Alfred Molina also is phenomenal. He's a phenomenal villain in this film, and he is really, really good. And he just gives like a really, really great performance. He's just really great in it. just think he's phenomenal. Um, it's just really good, and it's the best live action Spider-Man film, and honestly, will never be topped uh, by any live. And honestly, I don't think it would be topped just in general until I saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is obviously the best. I have started rewatching it. I haven't finished it, but I did start rewatching it. And it's just phenomenal. Like, it's just really, really good. It's a really, really just great film on like every level. I mean, I didn't get a chance to see it when it initially came out in theaters, and I'm disappointed that I didn't see it then because honestly, I thought I would have. I would have. I did plan to. I just didn't get around to seeing it, but you know, I didn't get around to seeing it. I'm disappointed that I didn't because because it would have just looked so phenomenal in a cinema. But it's a phenomenal piece of work. It is phenomenal. I think I put it as my favorite animated film of all time. I think I put it as my favorite film from 2018. One of my favorite superhero films of all time. It's one of my favorite. It might even be my favorite superhero film. Just favorite pieces of superhero media ever. It just is so good. And if you haven't seen it, like honestly, if you just like the animation style is a bit interesting, and you might get a little distracted by it. But honestly, I think you forget about it. Like I don't even think about it when I watch it now because it is just so well done. The film is just so well done in general, and it is phenomenal. And like you should go see it if you haven't seen it now. Yeah. So that's just my ranking of all the Spider-Man films. I'm just going to go through the order again from worst to best. Amazing Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man 3, of Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So that is this week's edition of William's Lists. The Spider-Man films ranked. This is a bit of a shorter one, but I did think I should get an episode out for you guys this week. So tune in next week where I will have a proper show, proper episode, hopefully, watching next week will be what I watched this month, and then the week after that will be a proper episode. And I think it's going to be a really good one because we will be covering a Hitchcock classic, a classic of cinema, one of Hitchcock's considered as one of his best works. And I think it's going to be a really good one. I haven't recorded it yet, but we're going to record it soon, and I'm certain it will be one of the best episodes we've done so far. So thank you for this week. Follow me on Letterboxd at William F. Follow this at on Instagram at the movies with William Fletcher. On Facebook, like our Facebook page at the movies with William Fletcher. Yeah, listen to us on Spotify or Podbean. It is not on Apple Podcast yet, and it's really annoying trying to figure that all out, and it really is annoying. And I know I don't have a website either set up yet, which is also a pain, but I will get all of this set up as soon as I can. It's just not easy trying to get this all done, and I probably, with the benefit of hindsight, should have had all of this set up prior to starting this. But it's too late now, and honestly, I'm having a really great time with this. And that as soon as stuff is updated and out there, I will let you all know. So thanks again for listening, and I will see you all in the next one.